done this. You did this in Algebra 1. Okay, reviewing some old graphing stuff. The slope-intercept form. Identify the slope of the line. Now, slope is your rise over run, and I always read it from left to right. So here you'll see that it's going down and to the right, so that would indicate that it is a negative slope. So really, you just have to count your rise over run and then simplify it if possible. So from the 2 points they gave us, that's going down 1, 2, 3 places. So it would be like -3, and it's running over one place. And -3 over 1 is just -3. So that's your slope. Now for trying this one, whoa, this one looks a little tougher. This one is going up 1, 2, and over 1. Oh dear. Maybe I should scooch it back up a little bit. We went up 2, and we're going over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the slope would be 2 over 5. You can't simplify that anymore, right? Let's talk slope-intercept form. You know it, you love it. It's the whole y equals mx plus b. It's the most common form for graphing. Now m is your slope, and then the b is your y-intercept. And you might think, what? There's no b in the word y-intercept, but that's where you begin when you're graphing. And then you're like, oh, Mr. Plant, there's no m in slope either. Well, of course not, because m, your slope, is how you move to your next point. So the equation for a vertical line, a straight up and down line, is just when it's like x equals some number. It's just a vertical line at that number. And then a horizontal flat line is when it's y equals some number. Easy enough. All right, identify the slope and y-intercept for each one. So y equals 2x minus 3. 2 would be the slope. And if we were like actually graphing that, I would think of that in fraction form, like 2 over 1, because you go up 2 over 1. And then the y-intercept, if it says minus, we have to treat it like a negative. So we'll say our y-intercept is -3. So let's scooch down. Y equals -7/3 x plus 4. The -7/3 is the slope, and the +4 would be your y-intercept. So let's graph some of these in slope-intercept form. You start with the y-intercept, and then you use the slope to find a second point. You could draw a line at that point, or you can use the slope multiple times to keep finding more points to make your line a little straighter. But if you're using a ruler or something, it wouldn't make a difference. You could just have 2 points, straight line. Y equals -1/3 x plus 4. You start with the y-intercept at 4. There's your first dot, and then our slope is -1/3, so we go down 1, right 3. Again, this is enough. If you had a straight edge, you could just draw a line through it. But up here, I can't use a ruler. So I could keep going down 1, right 3, down 1, right 3, down 1, right 3 would be somewhere over there. You could also go backwards and go up 1, left 3. Something like that. The second one, y equals 2x minus 2. Now I know you have a separate graph for each of these. I'm just going to put them on the same one so I can make it larger. 2x minus 2. You start with the y-intercept of -2, and then our slope is 2, or 2 over 1. So we go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. We could go down 2 left 1. But always remember, positive slopes slope up and to the right, negative slopes slope down and to the right. Now this one just says 5 halves x. We always started with the y-intercept. There's nothing there, so we have to just start at 0. And then from there, we would go up 5 over 2, up 5 over 2. You could go down 5 left 2 as well. I almost did all those dots. And then, what would the graph of y equals -3 look like? It would be a horizontal line at -3. Or if it helps, you could think of this is technically the same as y equals 0, x minus 3. And 0 as a fraction would be 0 over 1. So you'd go down 3, make a dot, and then you'd go up 0 over 1. And that would then give you that flat line that you need. But if you can just remember y equals some number, it's just a flat line at that number. Because any coordinate on this line, like this coordinate here, is 5, negative 3. Over here it'd be 2, negative 3. Any coordinate on this line is going to have a y of negative 3. The x would be the only thing that's different. That's it. Just a little review. Let's see if I can stop this video. There.